Hello everyone, today I'll be trying Salvadoran food for the first time, which is food from El Salvador. A couple of friends recommended trying the Salvadoran restaurant in Mountain View, and they said it's one of their favorite restaurants, and I've never had Salvadoran food, so let's check it out. I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like. I just placed my order here at Rincon Sabroso, and I already have a really good feeling about this place since they have an open kitchen, everything is handmade, and this place feels really authentic. All of the food came out and the smell is just intoxicating. I smell all the tortillas and meats, and it looks so warm and comforting. The first dish I want to start off with is the caldo gallina, which is a chicken soup. There's so many different goodies in here. I mean, there's a giant chicken leg, there's also green beans and carrots, but I want to start off with the broth. Oh wow, that's just like a flavor explosion. It is rich, it is on the salty side, and it's so savory. I mean, it tastes like a vegetable and chicken stock, and man, this must have been cooking for hours. And I taste all the flavor from the chicken bones. I also taste celery and carrots. I mean, this is perfect, especially on a cold day like today. It is so comforting. Let's get a little bit of chicken as well. That is just a tender chicken leg. I got a little bit of the drumstick, and it literally just melts in your mouth. There's also this green squash looking vegetable in here as well, and I want to try this too. That's so juicy. I've never had anything like that before. It almost has like the texture of a watermelon. I know it sounds kind of unusual. It's like watermelon without the crunch. It's just like an explosion because it just like soaks up all the broth. And I've never had anything like it before. I'm not sure what it is, but it has a very sweet flavor. Oh, that is a must. I mean, I feel like the sweetness of that mixed with the chicken really goes together perfectly. Next, I'm going to be trying the menudo, which is actually a Mexican soup. And this restaurant also serves quite a few Mexican dishes as well. And I'm looking forward to this because I've wanted to try menudo for many years, and I've never gotten a chance to try it until today. And in case you don't know, menudo is like a spicy tomato-y tripe soup, and I personally love tripe, so I think I'm going to like this. All right, here we go. Wow, this is not at all what I was expecting. It is so delicious. It has a very light broth. I thought it would be spicy, but it's actually not spicy at all. It's just very light and tomatoey, and it has a very strong tripey flavor. It's sort of gamey, and it's a really unique taste, and I think it's a bit of an acquired taste, but I've definitely acquired that taste because I love it. And the tripe itself is very well done. It's been just cooked for such a long time, and it's so delicate and soft. It's probably some of the most tender tripe I've ever had. Next, I'm going to be trying their al pastor quesadilla, and this looks amazing because I love myself like an al pastor taco or an al pastor burrito, and a quesadilla sounds even better. This is also my friend's favorite item, so I already know this is going to be heavenly. Wow, no exaggeration, that has got to be one of the best quesadillas I've ever had. Their al pastor here is so nice. It is very fatty. It's a really delicious cut, juicy pork, and it's been well marinated. The marinade almost reminds me of like a chorizo seasoning, but it's not spicy at all. It's just rich and flavorful, and I love the cheese as well. Everything just goes together perfectly, and it's like a little pocket of happiness. Next, I'm going to be trying the pasteles de pollo, which is like this little deep fried pocket, and it's filled with chicken. And I have a feeling this is going to be tasty because it feels really nice and crispy. Oh wow, this is incredible. This might be my favorite item so far. I mean, all the other items have been heavenly, but this is like on a whole nother level. The outside is like this crispy and rich and heavy corn batter that's been deep fried, so it's crispy and it's also dense on the inside. And then it's filled with just like a savory chicken and onion filling. There's also some potatoes, and this stuff is just incredible. I mean, I already want to finish the rest of this. I mean, I feel like it might take a few years off my life considering how heavy it is, but man, I think it's worth it. Next, I'll be trying the pupusa, which is probably the most famous Salvadoran dish, and I believe this is the mixed pupusa, which comes with beans and cheese, and I believe a little bit of meat as well. Oh, the pupusa is fantastic as well. The outside is so crispy, it basically tastes like it's been fried. And I saw them cooking on a grill earlier, and I can really taste all that flavor because I mean it's got a little bit of char on the outside, and then on the inside you have the cheese and the beans, and this is delicious as well. It's pretty heavy, but man, it's delicious. They also give you a little bit of slaw to eat with all the food since it can get a bit heavy sometimes. Wow, that slaw is really strong. I definitely don't think you're supposed to eat it on its own. You're definitely supposed to eat it with more of the food, because it definitely cuts through some of the richness because it's very vinegary tart and it tastes very strongly pickled. But I kind of like that taste, especially when it goes with something cheesy like the pupusa, which really cuts all that fat. While we're on the topic of pupusas, I want to try their zucchini and cheese pupusa as well, which is one of their special pupusas. Oh, that is fantastic. This one is even better than the last pupusa. I love how the cheese kind of oozed out the sides of this one, so it got cooked on the griddle and got really crispy and fried. And then you also have the zucchini, which I actually really don't taste. And that's honestly a good thing because I'm not the biggest fan of zucchini, but this I definitely like because it basically just tastes like a cheese pupusa. Next is the patillo beefsteak, which is just like marinated steak and onions, but I love a dish like this just with meat and onions, rice and beans. I mean, this just is like the perfect combination of foods. This is not bad either. It's a very tender cut of beef. I mean, the way you know it's tender is because you can cut it with a plastic knife since they give you plastic utensils here, but I love the flavor of the onions as well. My only thing is it's a bit greasy, so you're definitely gonna wanna have it with a little bit of rice as well as some slaw just to cut some of the richness. Finally, I'll be trying the chicken tamale, and this is the Salvadoran version. Oh, this is nice. I really love the texture of the corn masa. I can tell it's been made fresh, and what I like about it is it's not too mushy. It has a very firm in texture, but it's not hard to chew either. And then inside, you have some chicken, and you have a little bit green beans, which makes it a little bit less rich. So I like that it's not just all meat. You've got a mixture of meat and vegetables. They also give you some sauces for all the food. This is like a tomatillo sauce, and then this one is just like a spicy sort of salsa-like sauce. And I have a feeling this is going to be great on the tamale just to spice it up and make it a little bit more moist. Let's start off with the tomatillo sauce. Oh, the tomatillo sauce is a must. It's zesty and it's tangy, and I just love really how fresh it is. It also gives it a little bit of spiciness, which I feel like this needs just to spice it up a little bit more, and it definitely makes it more moist as well. I love that, but now I want to try this spicy sauce, which looks kind of scary because it's definitely bright red, so I'm going to be a little bit careful with this. I have a feeling it might even be better. Oh, the spicy sauce is actually good as well. It's actually much less spicy than I expected, just a little bit of heat, and it definitely has a very strong and earthy flavor of like roasted chilies. I honestly probably prefer the tomatillo one a little bit better, just because I like the freshness, but if you want a more roasted and earthy flavor, maybe more for something like the steak dish, then use this spicy red sauce. Wow, what an absolutely fantastic meal. This was my first time trying Salvadoran food, and it certainly did not disappoint. I mean, I loved everything from the pupusas to the chicken soup, to the tamale, to the quesadilla even. Everything was just out of this world. This meal was so good, in fact, I'm already starting to think about the next time I'll be coming here for another meal, because seriously, I mean, I'm gonna have dreams about this place. It was that good. As always, I'll leave the details to this restaurant in the description down below, and seriously, this is a must try. I mean, out of all the maybe last 10 places I've gone to, this has been one of the better places, so definitely check this place out and show them some love. It's a real local spot, and the food certainly tastes amazing. Anyways, as always, I really hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, skip a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.